What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome back to another episode of Cricket Coach 2014. It's been a long time between drinks, but we are back. And before we go and get any further into this video, if you would like a copy of this game for yourself, make sure you use the link down below in my description for an exclusive 10% discount. So not much has happened since our last Cricket Coach video. I can't even remember personally when that was, but we've got off to probably the best possible start in this tour to Sri Lanka. A wicket in just the third ball for Steve Finn, and the Sri Lankan captain at the time, Thuranga, has gone for 4, and we'll be looking to go and try and pick up a victory in this. Oh, it's not our first game of tour, but our first full game against Sri Lanka. We played a warm-up game against the one-day side, which we had no trouble whatsoever. We won that one by 9 wickets. Joe Root got close to 100. I think Kevin Peterson made it 50, and all the bowlers worked really well as well. But saying that, they aren't doing the job here today. I have taken Graham Swan out because he went for tap in that tour game and have gone with a all-pace attack, which is something that we've seen quite often from England in this career mode. Quite often I do enjoy, well, I don't know what it is. The spinner just seems to get taken to quite a lot. So I've gone with the 5-prong seam attack. No James Anderson today, but we have got Finn, we've got Bresnan, we've got Broad, we have Wokes, and I think there's one other as well, but I'm just forgetting who it is. But we will find out, I'd say, rather sooner than later, because we are getting a little bit taken to, and Dernbach is actually that one, I believe, because he is having a bowl. And just like that, we've really come back into this. Steve Finn, you little beauty, getting that one there, and Dernbach getting that one in the last over. But saying that, we do have 2 huge wickets here, which one has gone down very early on. Dernbach is 2 for 22. Richie Benaud would be absolutely stoked with that. But it was Jayawardene and Sangakkara. We have got rid of the latter so far. And all of a sudden, with that incredible start that Sri Lanka did get off to, they have lost 3 wickets inside the last 4 overs and are now 63 for 4, would you believe? And we are going to bring on some new bowlers. Yeah, Dernbach was that one that I was forgetting. And Bopara gives us that all-round option, you would say, if required, to have a bit of a bowl. And he did bowl in the tour game, just due to the fact that Graham Swan, I don't know what it is, but spinners in this game just do not seem to work for me in limited overs games. You know, come test matches, come first class games, they seem to bowl really, really well, especially when the conditions are really favouring them. You head to the subcontinent, or you're playing like a day 4, day 5 pitch in a test match. They will pick you up heaps of wickets. But for some reason, spinners in one-day internationals and 2020s for me are either one of 2 things. They either are very economical and don't pick up wickets, or they get absolutely smashed and will pick up 1, maybe 2 wickets. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is, but that is why we have gone with basically this full prong seam attack. And it's working so far as Broad picks up 1. Chris Wokes is a guy who hasn't had a bowl yet. I'm going to bring him in after the batting power play. But things are looking quite good for England at this stage, you must say. 99 for 5 now will make it. And that is exactly what we wanted, especially with the lesser bowlers coming on now. They have an opportunity to bowl to newer players in Silva, who's got a pretty good average, I must say, for only 7 games that he has played. But Jayawardene, he is the big wicket. We really want him back in the hut, because as you can see, he is super, super dangerous. He's taken Chris Wokes. For his first 3 balls, all went for 4s. And as I said, we just need to get him. He is the danger man. If we can get rid of him, it could be quite an easy run. And because he's been so aggressive, because the batsmen have been so aggressive against Wokes, going to have to bring him off and bring on Bopara, which again is not really what I want to do. Bopara is just that guy to bowl me those little bits and pieces if need be. But we really do need that wicket, because things, I wouldn't say are going bad for us by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Jayawardene, he's going along nicely, and we've actually put him down. Joe Root in the gully. Can you believe it? That is the wicket that we needed. It's a chance that we needed, and it has gone begging. So hopefully we get another chance. Not this time. That one's massive out of the ground from Silva. He moves on to 16. It's almost getting to the stage where I would be quite happy to basically bowl out, around Jayawardene, because he just seems to be super, super solid and doesn't seem to, just doesn't seem to be giving up a wicket by any stretch of the imagination. Going to bring back in Wokes. Only need him for another 2 overs though, so hopefully he can come back and pick us up a wicket. But Sri Lanka are looking good, I must say. And if we bowl Bopara here, then that is basically our fifth bowler done and taken care of. Wokes, unimpressive today, which is quite strange because normally he is a very, very good bowler for us in all forms of the game, not just one days, but he can get the job done. And that is a wicket that we needed. Steve Finn has come back and he has responded with that. But the one thing I will say about this Sri Lankan side, they do bat very deep. Obviously, Angelo Matthews coming in at number 8. So there is still a lot left to be done. And I think we may... I bowled Bopara an extra over. I wasn't supposed to do that. But I think we may... I wouldn't say struggle, but they're probably getting a bit of a better score than I would have liked. And we won't want it to get too much higher. Probably looking to try and keep them under 250. It's a good 50 from Silva, his first in one-day internationals, but just need to break the partnership. And that's what we were so good at before we stopped this series, or before we, I guess the Don Bradman 17 hype died down, is that we were so good at bowling with this England side, and we could just go and pick up wickets with ease, and it would make chasing very, very easy for sides. And I think I may have actually even... Oh no, I've actually worked this well. I was going to say stuffed up my bowlers that I'm going to have to use either Bopara or Wokes, but Bresnan will bowl his last 3 now. Hopefully we won't even require them, and we can just head into the hut. Bring back Broad, sorry. Head back into the hut with a semi-decent total to try and defend. And it's been a good finish, I must say. Hopefully Morgan can stop that one. They only pick up 1 and finish up with 225 for 7, which isn't extremely out there, but I think it depends on how the Sri Lankan spinners will bowl. I'd probably say in the Sri Lankan side, I mean, look at that field. And look at that. Alistair Cook gone for a duck. That's not what we wanted from our captain. We wanted him to stick around. And I'm going to actually put both these guys back down on normal now, because that early wicket has really hurt us. And I think just with the way the makeup of the Sri Lankan side is, they're only playing 3 out-and-out bowlers, which means they're going to have to get at least 20 overs from part-timers or all-rounders. So I think once we get through Malinga, and once we get through, probably Harath is another one. I was going to say Peterson has basically played into the left-arm spin trap. He's gone, well actually he was put down. Joe Root's fallen into it as well, and he's gone to Harath. Bopara, you've got to be kidding me. What are we doing, boys? What are we doing? This is atrocious. I said that if we can play out Malinga, play out Harath, then they don't have much more after that. But it's not the case. They've just gone and decided, you know what, we're going to go and take him on. Sika Shul, again, another spinner. So him and Harath probably are going to work in tandem, you would have to say. And we just need to keep an eye on that run rate and make sure it doesn't get up too high. I think probably anything above 6 is going to be a little bit difficult for us. But again, we do have quite a good batting lineup. We still have, I was going to say, Bopara's gone. We've got Bairstow next. And then Chris Wokes. And then after that, Bresnan can hold a bat. He's not bad. And I'm just trying to think who else we've got. But anyway, that is a 50 coming from Kevin Peterson. Hopefully we won't require those guys further down the order to come in and try and save our butts later on in the game. Hopefully these two can go and get it. Morgan does need some runs. He is in pretty bad form. And so is Bopara, actually. So I was kind of hoping that he could hang in and stick around and try and get some runs on the board. But if Morgan can hang in here and play not necessarily a match-winning innings, but stay in for another maybe 30, 40 runs, then that is going to be huge for his confidence, especially heading in to the back end of this tour. And I believe after this we have the World Cup possibly. So really looking at trying and getting players, forging a bit of a side, my best 11. And at the moment, I think today we're almost playing that, apart from the fact that maybe someone like James Anderson could come in for Jade Dernbach if required in the World Cup. But I think apart from that, the only thing that really is missing from this England setup is probably a good one-day spinner. I mean, Graham Swan's good. He did get taken to in that warm-up game, which is why I haven't played him here. It didn't come back to haunt us too much. But I think if we head on to a pitch that's in slightly less condition, it is turning a little bit more. And there's Morgan getting out, which is not what we wanted, but a very well made 53. And that's going to get him back into a little bit of form, you would have to say. Peterson's still in. He is the key. He is on 86 at the moment. We do still have a batting power play up our sleeve as well. So I just need to make sure that, it's really the main bowlers that I want to make sure that they if the main bowlers are gone, it is going to make it a lot easier on us. So Peterson has moved to 95. He's now moved to 99 as we skip that. And he's nudged that one down the ground. He's going to pick up at least 2. In fact, he picks up 4, moves on to his 103 off 122 balls. And he has been crucial in this chase. And I wouldn't say that we'd even really need the power play at this stage, because 32 off 52, as we can see up there, Johnny Bairstow sweeps away to the leg side, and he's going to pick up 4. So that is what we like to see. The chase maybe has gone a little bit long for my liking, but I'm not really too fussed. As I said, we do still have that batting power play. I'm going to put the aggression up now just to look to go and try and finish this off. 17 off 30. We don't want to really go and take it into the last couple of overs if we can, especially against the part-timers. 50 partnership come up off just 61 deliveries. Peterson still in, and he'll be looking to remain not out, you would have to say. But this is exactly what I wanted to do. I did not want to take it into the last couple of overs, and that is what we have done. We've finished it with, I believe, a ball left in the 4th to last one. England win by 6 wickets. Peterson, no doubt, will be our man of the match with that 118 not out. Finn, Broad, and Dernbach in the bowlers. The only thing I would be a little bit disappointed with is that we didn't manage to bowl the Sri Lankan side out. But apart from that, we can't complain too much. As we can see, as I did mention, we've got another 2 one-day internationals, and then we are heading down under to Australia for the World Cup. We'll be looking to go and try and win that with England, if possible. That will be our next Cricket Coach series. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on this video if you like it, and subscribe if you're new. Until next time, this is Cliffy, your #1 source of New Zealand Cricket Coach 2014 content, signing out.